Good evening, everybody, and welcome to tonight's cycle training. I'm going to be turning the meeting over to Nada, and she's going to share about how social media can help us build our businesses. Nada?
Awesome. Thank you so much. And, not just social media, but just using some of the tools that, that we have at our fingertips. And I'm really excited to share this with you today, because I have to say that when I first looked at this, I was a little skeptical, and I wasn't sure if this was a tool that would be helpful. So I decided to try it. and then I shared it with Serena, and then she tried it. And lo and behold, we're both really liking it. So this might be for you and it might not be for you. But if anything, I'm hoping that'll give you a better understanding on the importance of getting more comfortable with sharing some information to people that might be following you, whether it be Facebook or Instagram, okay? And I know we have to be careful with how much we post, because that was a big thing that people were saying, well, I don't want to be posting all Neolife stuff. Well, I don't post all Neolife stuff. Okay. Today I made zucchini muffins because I ran out of apples, and I posted that picture, or I'll post different recipes, or my harvest from the garden, but then every, maybe a couple of times I'll post a Neolife thing. Okay. But the challenge is, some of us just don't have that knowing, or we have a fear of creating something, okay, that we can post. So I've been getting pretty creative, but I found that for me, it's the time to do it, to make these posts, to create them, to find the words, and to do the cutting and the pasting. And I found that I started getting a little lazy, and I wasn't doing as much because I didn't have the time. Okay, to do it. So that's why I'm hoping that when I saw this email about a month ago from Holly is a promoter in the US. I can't remember who her upline is, but she might be part of either the Blaine team or somewhere in the US. Her name is Holly Kyle. And she advertised this free webinar on, the importance of having some presence on social media. So I watched it, and it's free. But then at the end, there's this thing that you can sign up for, where she creates your posts. And she tried explaining it to me initially in the beginning, but I thought, no, I don't want to, I'm not going to spend the money. So I let it go. She had another presentation the following week again. So I thought, I'm going to listen again, and just to get tips of my own. And in the meantime, I'd shared the presentation with Serena, and Serena joined and got excited because, again, just not knowing what to do or when to post or how to post and that kind of thing. So she did a couple of posts and had some really, really good feedback. Not a lot, but sometimes all you need is one, right? You don't need a lot of people. It's just another way, another avenue of connecting with people. And I also find that people are nosy, okay? So they might not make comments on your post, but what's wonderful about your story, you can see who actually watched it, okay? So I can see how many people viewed my story. So they're paying attention. So if you have people that are following you and they're watching and they're paying attention, you're getting their attention. Okay. And one day you might post something that'll hit their heart. Okay. So we always say it's a matter of timing. Okay. Time is everything. Okay. Now for myself, so what she does is she creates a bunch of posts every month, and she'll send them to you in an email. Then you save them. And then what I do is, because I'm not familiar with, it's not that I'm not familiar, I forgot how to use Canva. So if you know how to use Canva, then you can send it and automatically just post it. But for me, I just I'll pick a post, email it to myself. It's on my phone, click, 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 boom, and I post it. Okay. So I'm going to share with you just some examples of what she has created and that she has sent to me. Okay. And then we'll have a discussion around some of them. And then I'm going to have Serena share some of her experiences with her posts, and also just what she's learned about the timing and when to post and when not to post and all that kind of stuff. Okay, so these are just some examples of this is one page. So she sends this in like a document. Okay, so if this is something you want to use, you can use it. Okay, so this is just on the probiotic, on acidophilus. So definitely this is specific to product. Okay, but you never know. Somebody might be reading it going, oh, I take a probiotic. What's the difference between this probiotic? You just never know who you're going to target that day that you share, whether it be your story or whether it be a permanent post in your Instagram or your Facebook. Okay. This is another one I posted the other day, and it could be fun. And I just find that she's creative. She does things that are kind of, a little different. So this could be for Instagram, Facebook stories, or posts. Okay. And she'll send them in different categories so that you can post it whichever way you like. Okay. Hang on a second here. Here's another example. So here's one on the vegan protein. Okay, so these are just some examples of stuff that she's emailed us and is all created for us. This is a great one that I posted on the TRANN. Did you know, right? Especially for people that don't know what lipids and sterols are, why you need lipids and sterols. Okay, so that's on the grain oils. And then there's some that aren't really Neolife related, right? Just a bit of information. How is your nutrition? Diet is what we eat, but nutrition is what our cells and tissues actually receive. So it's not Neolife related, but they know that your, the health and food and diet and nutrition is a part of your life. So it's all how you present yourself. Okay, so that was another example of what she sent us. And then there's this one, 6 stages to attain optimum nutrition for your body. So again, not Neolife, but just the 6 stages of nutrition that we always talk about. Okay. And then something, again, this is something you can create on your own. I know Shelly's a pro at this kind of stuff. Shelly, this is probably like, kindergarten to you, but for somebody that doesn't use social media and you don't know what to do, this is a great aid to help you. That's all it is to help you. And what's really nice is when you register. So I did join for $25 a month. And once you can do it for 3 months, 2 months, 1 month. You can just try it. That's what's so nice. There's no obligation, kind of like our auto ship. She's left it wide open. And she also holds courses in between. And she invited me to the Tuesday night, but I told her Tuesdays are not good for us Canadians. So she's going to move her training to Wednesdays for us so that we can join in, which is kind of nice. So the next one will be in October and she'll send me the email. If you just want to kind of listen in and see what she has to say, okay, and learn a little bit about what she's doing. Actually, I did post this, I think one of the first ones that I did, and somebody reached out to me and just asked some questions about the products. So again, you just, you never know. So they're even great testimonials, and this is somebody in her team. Okay. So just some pointers, some tips, and I'm going to have Serena. So I'm trying to get my screen moved. Hang on a second. There we go. I'm going to stop the share. There we go. Okay. All right. So Serena, your first experience, because I know you did the training, I think the week after me, or was it the same time that we did it?
I think it was the same night. I think we did it the same night, the first night.
Oh, and you joined that night and I didn't. That's right. You registered.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what was it that caught your attention to her explanation, first of all? Like what drew you to making the decision to try this?
Because I was, not very familiar with how to create a post that might capture somebody's attention. I've posted on Facebook for personal reasons before, but I never have done it for business purpose. So I was feeling uncomfortable and just sort of awkward about it. So I decided, you know, it's $25. I've spent worse money on things. Why don't I just try this and see, you know, what I can get from it? I'll see what the first month is like and what the pictures are that she sends. And yeah, there were some great ones. So I did use a couple of them, and I haven't been able, actually her course is tonight. It's actually right now as we speak.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the nice thing is she does record it. So when you're part of it too, aren't you? I think Wen is. Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, so I'll watch the recording. One of the most valuable tips I found is I'm only on Facebook. I guess if you're only on Facebook, you're considered old, according to my kids. So anyway, I hope to eventually expand from that. But for now, I'm just on Facebook. And when I feel comfortable with that, then I plan on expanding it probably to Instagram. But one of the most helpful tips I found was she does all these amazing stats, like how many people use Facebook, and like the numbers are just astonishing, really, with all the different social media platforms, but Facebook is the biggest. And so she said for posting on Facebook, Wednesdays between 11 and 2, that they've studied this, they have the science behind it, and that is when the best time is to post on Facebook. So I thought, well, that's great information to know. So these were all just little tidbits that she had that otherwise I would never, like, don't post on a Saturday or Sunday. Well, that's probably when I would have posted, because I wouldn't know any better. So my plan is to stick with it for a few months and then just see how it goes. I've actually had some fun trying to create some of my own posts using an app called Pick Joiner. So I've gone on to Neolife, and I've just screenshotted some of their pictures that they have. I found some fun pictures just on the internet, and I've tried to create some of my own collages. And the nice thing with this, creating a story on Facebook, it allows you to add color and text and music, I guess, if you want. Like, it'll allow you. So it really is kind of a fun way of being creative, but I am very, very new to it. So I'm still learning. My very first post was a video on the LDC, the cleaner. And all I did was I just did a very short video of me spraying my vegetables and fruit that were on my counter. And then I just wrote a little text on it saying, I can't remember exactly what I said, but it's something like water is not always, I can't remember exactly. But anyway, from that, I did receive one lady reach out to me wanting to know about the product. And she wanted to order some. So I ordered some and I dropped it off at her door along with the catalog. And that was probably a couple months ago. And then just a couple weeks ago, Nada and I did a 3-way call with her, and she's now a club member, and she placed a big order because she has lots of different things going on. So it was like, wow, this is great. And then since then I've placed maybe 3 other posts. And from them, well, I signed a club member up last night from a grain oil post I made last week. One of my daughter's friends who she has celiac, and she's very tired and has a lot of brain fog. So she joined last night. And I've had my hairdresser, actually. We did a Zoom with her last week. And so she's just going through the different products and deciding what she wants to start with. So it's been a really great experience so far. It's been working well. I figure if one person reaches out from each post, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
It is. It's good. It's been great.
I was actually shocked when she called me to say, can you do a one-on-one with this person? She liked my post. Can we do a one-on-one with this person? She liked this post. Can we do a one-on-one? I'm like, holy cow. I said, okay. I said, I've been watching your posts and they are pretty good. But you know what's nice, Serena, I think you already have, these are people that kind of know you and they know your daughter, right? So the one massage therapist, she's a friend of your daughter's, right? And she kind of already knew that Jaden was taking something and they helped her, right? So I guess what the post did was just like, oh, I should find out more about that product, right? So it just kind of reminded them, sometimes it takes a few hits, right, before somebody will take a look, right? So
yeah, and I'm fairly new to Neolife, so a lot of my family or friends aren't aware that I'm involved with the company. Right. So for me, it was kind of an easy way to let them know what I'm up to these days and what I'm involved in. And so it's kind of nice that way too. I've shared my story with my last post on the grain oils. So I try to make it personal too, because I think that's nice when you can have a personal connection to it.
Mm-hmm.
Question,
yes.
Serena. This is Dawa. So
hi,
you
Dawa.
did it. Hi. You did it. The posting is from you posted in your Facebook.
Yes.
Or it's a social. Oh, okay, Facebook.
I did Facebook. That's the only one I'm involved with right now.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But you did your most of them was your story, so it's gone after.
I always. Yeah, I always do my story, and then I decided recently I'm going to also do it on my news feed. Like I actually make a post out of it as well.
Perfect.
And is this through your personal page?
It is, yeah, okay. It is.
So
how many times a week would you post something about Neolife as opposed to just something else?
Okay, so Holly recommended like if you do once a week and do the same time every week. So if Facebook, if it's recommended to post on Wednesdays between 11 and 2. So I really try to do it the same day, the same time every week. And Holly said that people will start to sort of look for your posts or start to expect to see, they'll get used to seeing your post once a week. So I don't know, Nada, do you remember, did she say, can you do more? I did for me personally.
I think 2 a week was max, if I remember correctly. That's why I want to go back and listen to her presentation again, because I got bits and pieces, and that's why she's willing to switch her presentation for us to Wednesdays. And you can ask her questions in the chat while she's doing the presentation as well. So these are the kinds of questions that you can ask her. And you know what? If you feel, and I think Shelley even said that she found that with her posts, there was other times of the day that her people were following her. So she found that Wednesdays weren't good for her. And there's 2 other times of the week that were better for her. So for some people, it might not work every Wednesday, right? So I think the only way to know is to try it and see what works. I think there's even somewhere where you can go in your algorithm and see how many people have viewed even just your regular stuff. You can see what days your people are following you, or your contacts are following you. So there is a way to look for that as well. Okay, but I think, again, you don't want to be doing too much Neolife, because that's something that's really important. It's more of creating a following of people that just want to see what you're up to, whether it be family, like mine's a lot is around cooking and baking and gardening, and Violet, yours is a lot of flowers, and like people know that you're creative that way, right? So, it's just getting to know who you are, right, as a person. So if you're outdoorsy and you like hiking, I do a lot of pictures of our videos of us hiking. Like when I went with Laura May the other day with Hilda, I posted us hiking, right? So they can see that you're active and, you've got this lifestyle that you're healthy. You're not just taking supplements, right? It's your whole lifestyle, right? That you're maintaining. So I think it's important. I really, because people are on social media, they're watching, they're following, they're looking, and I like to say some of them are creeping, right? They're watching you and you don't know they're watching you. That's why I think it's hilarious, because even on my story, I have people looking at my stuff, and people that I haven't talked to in years, and they're looking at my stuff, right? So they know that I'm kind of doing something, right? So yeah, it's kind of cool. Any other questions?
Nada,
Yeah.
one more question. I'm sorry. So did you get any response from people? No,
you have to remember, Dawa, I'm in a different position. I have a huge network. I've had people ask me questions. They're already existing customers and promoters. So there's been interaction. Yes.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Interaction. Okay.
But again, don't expect customers right away. Like I said, I was surprised, but you're right. Serena already is new to the business, right? So they don't know what she's doing, right? And it just so happened that they were in a position where, I think you talked about brain fog with the grain oils and how that helped you. And the girl that read the post said, oh my gosh, that's me, and reached out to Serena saying, okay, I need to know what you're doing. But they already trust Serena because they know you, they know your daughter, right, Serena? So there was already like that trust built already, right? So you just never know.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Any other? Yeah, no problem. Violet?
Yeah. So my question is, are you both using Canva to create the post, or the lady's helping you create the post?
Okay. The lady creates all the posts and she sends them to you in an email. Okay. Now you can use Canva because they're on your computer. How do you get them to your phone? So if you have Canva, they're linked, right? And I forgot how to use it. So I've been lazy and I've just been taking one of the posts, emailing it to me, saving it on my phone.
I see. Okay.
Okay, and then posting it. So I have to go back. I might have to bug Shelly because Shelly is the one that taught me how to use Canva, but I forgot. So another person, if I stop using something, I forget how it works, right? Or how to
Of course,
do it.
yeah, we all do. Yeah, okay.
Because I use Canva.
Yeah, I have it on my phone.
Yeah.
So I used it like maybe 2-3 times, and then I have been doing other ways of getting the, you can do it multiple ways. So I was just curious how you guys do it.
Yeah, and I asked Holly about the Canva, and she said if it's needed, if people are asking on how to use Canva, she'd be willing to do a separate Zoom for us on how to use Canva. And I thought that was really nice.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
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 Yeah. And I told her we were doing this tonight, and she actually reached out to me and saying, Nat, I'm really sorry that your team can't join us tonight. She goes, I just realized that the Canadian team is conflicting. She goes, but if you want, I'd be willing to move my training to a night that's good for Canada. So she's going to change. And obviously it's going to generate business for her, right? But that's kind of cool that you know what? Whether you do it or not, if anything, you'll learn something even from her free session that she does. And even if you do $25 for a couple months and get some ideas on what's working for you. And then, because even in the Neo Life app, there's some posts there that they've created for us that we can use. Okay, so once you get more comfortable doing it, you don't have to pay Holly the $25 to create some of them. You can just use the ones that Neo Life does, but I find that they don't update them fast enough. Whereas Holly sent out, I think, 10 different posts, and you can pick which one you like, and right, and you've got a whole month to post some of them, right?
Yeah.
So Nada, does she, okay, because both you and Serena are on this, does she send you guys separate different posts, or does she send exactly the same ones to you?
Did you see what I got? Was everything, we all got the same one, right, Serena?
Yeah, she sends the same one out, but she was really kind because when we were first introduced to her company, it was August, and I really wanted to focus in August on kids and kids immunity, with them going back to school and parents feeling really anxious. And so she was kind enough to create a kids post to share with everybody in the who had joined her business. And so that was really nice of her. Like, I just reached out, just asking if there was, and she said, yeah, absolutely, no problem. So she will, if there's something that you're really looking for, she's very helpful. Yeah.
And you have to remember too, like, we might have some of the same posts during the week, but Violet's contacts might not necessarily know me or be a part of my Facebook group or my Instagram, right? We're going to have other people that aren't going to be connected in the same group.
Yeah.
Right. So it like some of those people that are on Serena's Facebook aren't following me, right? These are all people that are connected to other people. Now they might now that they've signed up and right and they're part of our team, we might be connected, but initially we weren't connected.
And you won't be necessarily posting exactly the same thing on the same day. It might be one week here because you've got 10 posts to choose from. So what is the free, you said there was a free session. So when is that usually?
On Wednesday. Oh, well, it was every Tuesday, right? Like she does a training.
Oh, so that's the one on Wednesday. Okay.
Yeah, it's on Wednesday. So she said, I told her, I said, we're doing this get together tonight. I said, I'm going to let my team know that you're going to have another session to explain what she does. And she said, oh yeah, great. Let's do one on how come we were able to go on the Tuesday night, Serena? I'm trying to think now. Was it a Tuesday that she did it for us? I'm trying to think now.
I'm wondering,
I'm trying to think why we were able to make it that.
It was, I feel like we were on another call before. So maybe it was later. Maybe it was like at 9 at night or something. I'm just wondering if it was a little bit later on a Tuesday. I
can't remember, but yeah, anyway, so she's definitely, I think what she did was she wanted to see what kind of feedback she would have gotten. And it's actually, she's created quite a huge group, a huge following. So I think she has
a great story too.
Yeah, really good story.
Yeah.
So when I know you started, but you haven't started, correct?
That's right. She sent me lots of posts, but I don't know how to, I have a Mac and it just works differently than everybody's regular computers. And I hardly know the Mac, let alone know anyone who can help me with that. So I'm struggling to post things because I can't figure out how to post them. I've got them, copy and post, but I don't know how to move them from one place to another.
Can you email it? Can you email one of the posts to you? And do you get your emails on your phone?
I would usually use my computer because all of the documents that Holly has sent me, I have downloaded them. So they're in downloads on my computer.
Okay, but when you do your Facebook posts and Instagram, where do you pull those pictures from normally?
I don't normally post. So this is something new to me, is to post.
Do you have Facebook on your phone?
Yes.
Okay, so I can help you with that.
Yeah, that's
thank you. An iPhone. Okay.
Yeah, I can. I think I can help you with that. I'll try. Okay. Right. What I would like you to try to do is maybe at some point just grab one of the posts and email it to yourself, and just leave it at that, and then I can hopefully guide you through that.
Okay. Now I also belong to Instagram and to LinkedIn. So I want to learn to post on all of them. And it's actually not Facebook that's the big problem. It's more the LinkedIn and worse, Instagram.
Well, Instagram and Facebook can be connected. And when I post to Instagram, it automatically goes to Instagram and Facebook. Both stories go up.
Oh, okay.
You can have them connected to both.
Okay. Oh, okay. You can. All right. I didn't know that.
Yeah. So I found that too. Oh gosh, having another, but you can connect them because it's time, right? I don't want to be posting one and another. And if you can interlink them, then boom, it just goes to both. Okay. And that's something, again, that's something that Holly might be able to help us with too, is showing us how to do that. Okay.
Well, her meetings are the last Tuesday of every month. Her formal meetings that you've paid your $25 a month for. You get the posts, you get to attend that meeting, and you can ask her questions in between. Mm-hmm. But that's the one that's at 7 p.m. So the first one, which was it was originally titled The 5 Ways to Use Social Media.
Right.
for your business, but she gave us 6 ways, 6 reasons to use it. And that was at 9 o'clock on a Tuesday night.
It was 9. Thank you. Okay. I was wondering why we were able to get on there. I'm thinking, how do we do that?
So can I ask you a question? So
yes, absolutely.
So when is the free session? I would love to come and see if I like it, then I can pay them.
Yeah, she's traveling. She's actually in Germany or somewhere out traveling. She emailed me today from Europe, and she said as soon as she gets back, she's going to pick a day in October, and she'll let us know. So I'll let you know as soon as, and I told her that I would send her this presentation, so she's going to watch it while she's in Europe. So she's ready for us when she comes back.
Okay. Oh, thank you, Nana. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. So yeah, fire away any questions. This way she can be ready and get ready for us when she comes back. Is there anything else? Anything else that's kind of making you wonder?
So this is Violet, Nada. I had a question. So I'm comparing my other business to this, okay, to Neolife. So my targeted audience for Violets for You is very specific too, in a sense, because I'm looking for caterers to brides to, et cetera. But with Neolife, the audience are everyone, because everybody needs good health. So I have been kind of thinking in Instagram, I have, 2 other pages. One is my personal, one is for Violets for You, and then to create another page for Neolife and put the post there, instead of mixing it with the other 2, my personal and my other business.
Yeah. So again, Holly, I think that'd be a good question for Holly. Do you want a third Facebook page? Is that what you're saying? Or a third, because I have 2 Instagram. I have a business Instagram and a personal Instagram. I do have a business Facebook and a personal Facebook, but I find I use my personal one more.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Because that's more of a creating relationships and creating fun and people getting to see what you do in your life, and more health stuff and fitness and stuff like that. So I think that's something that maybe we can run by her, and she can guide you in that department for sure.
Okay, great.
Yeah, because you are running 2 businesses, right? So
yeah. Because I know with Violets for You, I have gotten a lot of audience now. I get a lot of comments, so I'm pretty set with that. So I wanted to bring Neolife to that level.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's funny. Honestly, I didn't realize the value. I did, but I guess I just take it for granted because I'm just doing it, right? When Serena shared the last 3 members that she signed up through posts, I'm like, okay, we got to share this with people and find out what's going on and how we can get more creative ourselves, right? So
yeah.
Okay, anything, no question is, don't be uncomfortable, because this was like scary for me when I first started. I had Laura May to help me. She was holding my hand. She was helping me every step of the way. I didn't know where to press and what to do here and what to do there. And if something popped up, what do I do now? Like I was so scared. I remember even you, Lily, remember when we first started doing stuff together, you didn't know where to go and what to press, and right? That's a part of that's all part of growth and development, right?
So Nada, yeah. So will she be a one-on-one, or it's in a group?
It is in a group, but I think you can send message to her privately and she can help you as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Now, I mean, I don't know if she would do a one-on-one. She might. If you're paying your $25.
Yeah.
I actually think that she would be available to help.
I don't mind. Yeah. I just want to learn something, like not for even just my own knowledge. I'm not much about social media.
Yeah.
I don't mind paying $25. Nothing for me.
And it's US, just so you know, it's $25 US. Okay. And Joan, you were gonna say something?
I'm saying it's special. If you want one-on-one, you'll have to. There's a special rate.
Oh. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, $25 is probably the group rate.
The group rate. Okay.
Oh, okay.
I think she has other courses that she runs as well that go into it more in depth. that you can do as well. So again, that's something that we can definitely talk to her about.
Okay.
Okay. And you know what? I mean, what we could do is if some of you do take a course and you start getting these posts, we can as a group do this together. If some of us know what to do, we can share and you know what I mean, if it's just little things, we can guide you through that Dawa.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Nada.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like when, right? You and I, like we could do that, and I can, you know, hopefully guide you over the phone and just tell you where to click, and because you know, I kind of have familiar with what to look for on the phone. Okay.
Yeah. Once I figure this out,
Yeah.
help, then I'd be happy to help other people too. You know.
Yeah. And even over Zoom, you
Pass it
can
on.
and when you can share your screen with me, and then I can see where the posts are and see how you're going to email it, and then you'll be on your phone and I can guide you through that. Okay.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you.
Nada.
Yeah.
It's Lynn.
Hi. Lynn.
Hi. I've got a three-way thing going with Heather here. She's away. But did you know that Holly had given an announcement that she's going to give her Canva 101 course no charge? Or?
Oh, I thought she did mention that. Do you know? I remember her mentioning it, but I couldn't remember. Did she actually send an email out?
I'm not sure. Heather's just saying if you missed her announcement, Holly is giving us her Canva 101 course, no charge. Her usual cost for that 5-week course is $249.
Wow.
So that speaks to who Holly is, if you're wondering if she, you know.
Yes, she's amazing.
Giving her work.
She's so willing to help.
Yeah.
And I think it's because we're neo-lifers. I mean, because this is her business, right? This is what she does. It's her profession. She runs a professional business where she helps people with this kind of stuff, right? And I guess when she started building her neo-life business and she realized that this would be a helpful tool, and she thought, hey, to make a little extra money and help people, why not, right? So, and if she's going to offer a free Canva course, that'd be awesome.
Yes.
I do remember mentioning
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. I know. I didn't either when Shelley kind of gave me an idea what it was, and I'm still a little lost, so that's okay. Don't worry.
Yeah, we all
So, sorry. I'm just looking on Facebook. So is this Holly Kyle we're talking about?
Yeah.
Yes. K-I-L-E.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just friend her. Okay.
Yeah. Become a friend and.
AI,
Awesome.
what's that? Holly, what's the last name?
Kyle, K-I-L-E.
Oh, K-I-L-E. Okay. Let me. Okay.
Okay. Anything else? I hope this is a little helpful tonight. I'm excited. I'm excited for some of you that are struggling or that would like to, you know, get more familiar and comfortable. And it's fun. I look forward to it.
Yeah,
little posts and Lynn, what are you smiling at, Lynn?
Oh, I always love the end result because I'm so not. That's what I say anyway. I'm so not creative and visual and all that. But then when you see the end result, you go, "Wow, that's really cool!" Yeah.
Can I ask what is probably a real silly question, and maybe everybody else knows what it is? You know, when you do your story, and so it should start showing you everybody who's at least kind of passed by it. Some have a dot beside it and some don't. What is the difference? What does the dot mean?
Good question. I know
I think it's a blue dot, right, Cindy?
Oh yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I think the blue dots are new people that have read your story since the last time you looked.
Oh,
it's funny you say that. Violet looked at my last story with my zucchini muffins. She put a heart and she has a blue dot. Mary Ellen looked at that story that I posted today. There's no blue dot.
So what does that mean? Yeah.
I don't know.
So I feel like every time, when you're going back to see who's looked at your story that day, throughout the day, the first time you look, they'll all be blue dots. The second time you look, those dots will now be gone, and any new people that have looked will have blue dots. That's what I think. I'm trying to figure it out too, but that's what I think.
Okay, good. Because I've just looked now, so I'll go back again and look later, and I'll see who doesn't have a blue dot or who does have a blue dot.
Their names are also in bold. If you haven't checked it before, if there are new ones coming in, those names will be listed in bold letters too. I see that. Yeah.
Okay, and I just looked at yours, Nanda. So
it could be who's online as well. The blue dot might just mean they're active online at the time that you're looking at your story.
Oh, maybe.
Actually, no, you're right, because Violet's blue dot's gone now. Laura Mayer's is gone. Now I'm going back down now. Oh yeah, that might be it, because now everybody that was blue is gone.
Is mine showing? Oops.
Let me see. Hang on. I might have to refresh. So you looked at my muffins? The apple muffin story? Okay. I don't see you yet, so I wonder if it takes a little while for you to click on.
I just Googled it.
Oh, good girl.
It says that it represents a new view since you last checked the views for that particular story.
Ah, okay.
So it's a new view. Yeah.
New view. Okay. Awesome.
Google
Since
everything.
you last checked. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Way to go, Serena. Thank you. So I think we learned a lot tonight, and I think Holly will have a better idea about our Canadian team, and she'll be ready for us when she does her next session for us. And yeah, I'm actually kind of happy. Like I said, I was kind of skeptical. I thought, oh, great, another course. And, you know, what's this going to be like? And then when Serena said she was going to do it, it kind of intrigued me. And I thought, I'm going to try this too. So I thought it's definitely a great tool.
Mm-hmm. It says hi to everybody from her golf junket in BC. That's
hi, Heather.
Hi, Heather. So she's having a good time.
Living the neo lifestyle, right?
Yeah.
She's building a big home here, and she's in BC playing golf.
That's the beauty of home-based business.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Well, thanks again, guys. And I guess we'll see some of you over in about 15 minutes over at our health talk. And looking forward to seeing you all again. And yeah, we have to decide what we're going to do next Tuesday now.